so that we have it. Hi! Sorry about that. So we're back. Sorry about that. So we're cooking our onions down. Again, if you're just joining us because we just had to pause for 1 second, we're making our mussels. We're starting with our onions. We're just gonna keep these low, right? Judy, what do you need? What do you need? The mussels, we're gonna cook the mussels. So I'm gonna put some salt in, just a little bit. We don't need tons. That's fine. Okay. And so we're gonna cook these down over low heat. We want to get the onions nice and soft. So what we are doing is that we are building our sauce. We're building our flavors. We're gonna do all of that before the mussels. It's really key to do that. So the salt goes in because that helps draw moisture out of the onions and that helps it get going. So I want to, I'm gonna add some garlic. I'm actually gonna add the whole thing, which I don't always do, but I'm gonna chop this up because it's mussels and garlic and that's kind of just very ubiquitous and we want those flavors to shine together. So I have finely minced my garlic. I'm gonna pop that in here. Always start the onion first. Onions can take a higher heat than garlic, so it's always good to get the onion going and then put the garlic in at the end so that you don't burn the garlic. So this is awesome. You can see the onions are doing great here. And again, like we could put all these flavors, but today we just want to make it really simple. And it's Sunday and it's beautiful out and we just want to enjoy our beautiful mussels that we got from Greenpoint Fish and Lobster. So I had the girls before debearded our mussels. So these are beautiful. And sometimes they have a little bit of like hairs right here. This is where they attach to the rock. So the girls did an amazing job and they took all the beards off. But if it's right there, you just pull it off. You pull it down and off to get the most power out of that. But mine are ready because my girls are fantastic sous chefs, so we're fine. All right, so while the onions are just gonna finish up, I'm gonna heat up this pan because Coco asked about the bread. We're gonna put some bread on, and I want to give it a toast because I want to warm it up. Are you eating salt? That's how. You know what? There's so much salt in shellfish. We're gonna get this out of here. So that's my rascal. It's always good to have a rascal in the kitchen. It keeps you on your toes. So we're gonna put a little olive oil in this pan. And I have a little bit of salted butter because why not? Why not make the bread like so delicious? So we'll put this in too. Folks, you see it? It's getting nice and melty in there. Yeah. Nice and melty.
And it looks like a tiny white.
It makes it white, yeah. So we have olive oil. We'll keep it from getting too dark. And then the butter is going to give it all the flavor. And the butter has salt in it, so great. And then she won't eat the salt. So we're going to put these pieces of bread in here to toast up all nice and crispy while we're making the mussels. So, and as you can see, I'm really trying to leave these mussels to the very last second because we don't want to mess with them. We're going to try to cook them as fast as possible. You don't want a mussel that like you see the shell is this big and then you open it up, the mussel's like, oh, I'm like a raisin in here. We don't want that. We want it to stay nice and meaty and juicy and just enough to cook and pop that shell open. That's what you're going for. So these onions are soft. The onions need to be where you want them. And, oopsies, just to get a little fancy, I'm going to put a little Dijon in here so that we can keep our French theme going. I mean, I studied abroad in La Rochelle on the Atlantic coast of France. So this really brings me back there. So I'm like, we're going to put a little French mustard in. And we're going to get traditional, wine bottle down over there, traditional French flavor for our moule marinière. So I got my Dijon going on in here, and then voila. Now, we often hear about deglazing, and we are going to deglaze, but we're not going to put those mussels in before we deglaze, and I will tell you why. The longer it takes for the mussels to cook, the more they overcook and dry out. We want them to cook as fast as possible, which means what? It means this. It means, where did my wine go? It means we need the sauce to be as hot as possible and the surface area as wide as possible. Because what happens? We put something in the oil and the temp goes down because they have to, get back in equilibrium. So we want that to happen not so bad. So watch, I'm gonna put in about a half cup of wine or maybe a cup because we want a lot of broth because it'll be so delicious. The bread that we're cooking over here, ready? All right, yeah, woo. Okay, I know, woo, right? Wow, and we have some salt in those onions, so we don't have to season this further. There's gonna be juice from the mussels that comes out. But essentially, this is what we're looking for. We need to get this ripping, boiling, ripping before we put the mussels in, because I don't want this liquid to have to come up to temp while the mussels are sitting there being like, I'm not poaching. Like, I don't want to poach, I just want to pop. So we're gonna give this a second. You see how it's going? It's going, it's starting to go. And that's because we have a nice big pan, so it's really easy for it to have to boil quickly. More surface area, faster boil. So watch, it's ripping. I love it. It's looking great. Let's take these guys. Let's go in there. All right. Mussels go in. We'll be nice. We'll give them the nicest little stir, and then we are done. This top goes on. We're not gonna stir it. We're not gonna let the heat out. We just want those mussels to pop so fast. All right. So let's see. We've got, while those are cooking, 6:51. So let's just see how long that takes. We're gonna flip this bread. See, it's getting nice and golden. Oh my God, that's amazing. What do you think, Coke? Does that look amazing? What do you think about that lemon? Is that lemon so delicious? All right, so that'll be your lemon. So you can put that at your place. That sounds good, right? This bread smells amazing. We are making toasted bread. You want to smell that? We'll just leave that there. All right, so it's only been a minute. Let's check these mussels. Okay, so see, they're starting to open. We've only got a couple more. We're gonna keep that on there. They're just starting to pop, and we don't want to leave them under because an under mussel is but we just don't want to have them open and then sit there and dry out because that's gonna lose the flavor and it's gonna lose the texture, right? Yeah, you're like, no, I don't want that. So the reason why we got so delayed today is because we realized we wanted to make a great summer meal. And what I think of when I think of a great summer meal is minimal cooking. My parents used to go to this store in Westport, Connecticut. It's not there anymore. It turned into Balducci's, and it's still Balducci's. Heyday. There was 2 iterations. It was on the south side of the street, and then it was on the north side of the street, and it was a lot bigger. But they would buy peasant bread, they would buy gazpacho and summer sausage and smoked mozzarella, and they would just put that out. And they're like, here, kids, dinner, great. And it was that was one of the formative memories for me to get into cooking. I was like, this is all these incredible ingredients. It's been 2 minutes. Before I keep going, let's check our mussels again. Oh, look at this. Look at how, can I see that for a second? Look at how beautiful they are. I mean, they're still gigantic and plump and fantastic. I mean, they're so good. So we're not gonna mess around. Cokes, it's hot over here, so I want you to scoot out of the way. You know what, Coco? You're gonna do this. I have a job for you. My sweet Cokes. All right, so all the burners are off. That literally took 2.5 minutes for these. It's a 1 pound of mussels. Cokes, we're gonna take the bread. Okay, we're gonna take the bread and we're gonna put that over. All right, now I want you, see how we have our beautiful bread. Cokes, you take that to the table. Lucy Harp, game time, table time. All right, so to serve, I am gonna clean this. I'm gonna take this in a different dish. So we will take a slotted spoon. We'll transfer these into the plate. Folks, remember to put your lemon at your place setting. I mean, look at, they're still like beautiful and plump and meaty. They haven't dried out. They're not teeny tiny. Like, you just don't want, I mean, look at this guy came out of his shell. He was so excited. Look at that. So nice, right? It's hot. That was really hot. And then I have parsley that I chopped. I dumped that in there, right? And then, I don't know, which one did you eat? That was yours. So we'll take the seeds out of that one. We'll give that a squeeze into our mussel liquid. And then I will just take all of this amazing sauce right here, and we're gonna dump that right on top. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And now you can see my family's version of a heyday Westport summer family dinner. So this really just like takes me back to, what's up, baby girl?
Do you want me to take that to the table?
I will take it because you know what? It's got some hot liquid in it. But thank you for the offer. You go sit down and we're gonna go have dinner. So this takes me back to my favorite family dinners, when it was just like, put the food out on the table and enjoy yourself. So we have charcuterie, cheese, tomatoes, bread, mayo, and Lucy Grace Holmes recently tried oysters. So while we were down at Greenpoint, check this out. So while we were down at Greenpoint, we got some oysters. So I opened those, and that's why we got so delayed. It wasn't just the Pulaski Bridge. We were making this.
Here's Harper.
So there. Oh yeah, Harper. Hey, how's it going? Oh, but that's Harper. So yeah, we've got our charcuterie, our cheese, mignonette, couple opened oysters, couple clams, mussels, tomatoes, some mayo, comme les Français. And then, down here, we even broiled some clams. Broiled those right in the broiler. We'll do those another time. Melted some butter. And that's how the Holmes is Sunday fun day in quarantine. Good night, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.